Hey guys, it's pickup month, and I will show you my whole collection that I got for the month of April. Please excuse the content of this video, it might come across as more filler content than substance, but I've got a really good topical video coming up next time, which I'll refer to at the end of the video. So this is my pickups. I don't know diddly squat about some of these games, so a helping hand will always be appreciated. And I've got a mixture of games too. It's mainly a survival horror pickup, but I've got quite a few genres from PS1, PS2, PS3, Xbox 360, you name it, I've got it. And I had it in a nice pile too, and it looks like it all fell over. Yeah. Oh goodness. Anyway, so first on the game's pickup was Death by Degrees. Now this stars the lovely Nina Williams from the Tekken series, and I went in this with really low expectations, and it wasn't a bad game. I haven't finished it yet. I put in about 3 or 4 hours into it. It's not the worst game in the world. The story's surprisingly good. The graphics are really, really great for its time. I'm not even sure what year it came out. 2005? Oh, 2004. There you go. So this is one of the final games that were released on the PS2 before it finished in 2005. So it wasn't too bad. The story was good. The graphics were great. The combat was terrible. Let me tell you right now, the combat was just simply dreadful. You have to use the right analog to pull off Nina's attacks, and they really had a missed opportunity there. They could have utilised the face buttons instead, which is kind of normal, but they didn't. So that's what kind of confused me about Death by Degrees. Not the worst game in the world, but it's not all that, trust me. And if you see it cheap, you should definitely pick it up, because these games are getting really, really hard to find, and you know, it's part of the collection now. Next on the list is God Hand. Now, God Hand is a beat 'em up developed by Capcom, and this was released the final year that the PS2 bit the dust. And it's really good, a really, really good game, guys. It's beat 'em up through and through. You beat up all the hooligans and the thugs, and you take their cash. And there's some really cool supernatural abilities here, so it plays very much like an RPG sort of in the way, but it's mainly a beat 'em up. And one of my subscribees, one of the people I subscribe to, he done a video in which talked about PS2 games which were really, really great, and he mentioned God Hand, so that's why I picked it up, and it's slowly becoming one of my favourite PS2 games so far. It's that good. Like really, if you're playing games for fun, I'd recommend God Hand without a hitch, because it is flippin' amazing. Next on the list is Canis Canon Edit. So in the States, I think this is just called Bully, so don't be deceived by the title. I think it's Latin for dog eat dog. It's quite a strange name, I know. And the story is kind of cool. Like you're this chubby little kid here, and he's sort of like an elementary or like a prep school, and the narrative in the story revolves around you trying to find out which clique you fit into. You know, you have to try to find your friends and your enemies in this clique. And you know, we all had that when we were back in school, trying to be popular and whatnot. So it's a really good game. It's developed by Rockstar Games, and they've created such great games like the Grand Theft Auto series and Red Dead Redemption, just to name a couple at the top of my head. It's a really good game, surprisingly good action. The side mission's a bit of a chore, bit of a pain in the ass, but you know, you'll get used to it because it is a very good game. And another good game, we're keeping up the tradition of good games here, I got Castlevania Curse of Darkness. I'm really impressed by this game so far. The environment's kind of dull, a little bit boring, but it's an RPG, a very good RPG mind you, with some Final Fantasy moments in there, with some light horror, survival horror references. There you go. It's not the first of the Castlevania games. This came out well before I was born, I think, and I'm pretty sure it's not the best in the Castlevania universe as well, but it's a lot of fun. I'm really enjoying it. And I think our main character Hector here, he's one pretty cool freaking character. So pick it up for what it's worth, because Castlevania is a pretty awesome franchise to get stuck into. Just takes a little bit of time, because you've got to be devoted to RPGs, obviously. This one I got from my brother, I know absolutely nothing about, and it's Just Cause. Just Cause, I don't know anything about it, I'm not going to talk about it. So if you guys know anything about Just Cause, let me know, and I might pick up the later installments that came out. So, haven't even played it yet, haven't even put it in the tray. This one might come as a bit of a surprise. Kingdom Hearts 2. Oh boy, I've got Kingdom Hearts 1. I finished it such a long time ago when I was like 16 or 17. Haven't actually played Kingdom Hearts 2 before. My brother said it's not as good as Kingdom Hearts 1, and I believe him because he's played all the Kingdom Hearts to death. But, you know, I'm kind of excited to get back into this. Again, it's just trying to find the time to devote to it. It's an RPG. You know, but I really do miss the Keyblade stuff, and I think the mix of Final Fantasy characters with Disney characters thrown together is just magic. It's purely magic. A little bit childish though for me now. I think it's a little bit childish. I'm a little bit older now. But I'll definitely get stuck into that sooner rather than later. Okay, this cannot be said for the next game. I absolutely hate it. And that game was Syberia 2. I have no idea what Syberia 2 was all about. I picked it up, it looked kind of interesting. Never heard of the development team either. It's not a great game. I'm pretty sure that if you put the time and the effort into this, it may be rewarding or redeeming, but for me it's just too damn boring. My eyes glazed over, drool coming out of my mouth. I've got better games to play. The story is about Kate Walker. They say her name about 50 times in the first 20 minutes. That's the only reason why I know her name. And, oh, it's boring as hell. It's kind of like a detective game. You interact with the environment, you get some puzzles here and there. And the story revolves around her and her old friend who is dying, and his final wish is for her to travel to Syberia and to try and find the mammoth. Yeah, which is why the mammoth is on the front of the case. Boring, boring, boring. Other games to play. What are you doing in here? Oh, my collection's out of here. Ah, these two. I've never actually played this series before. I played a downloadable version of it, and I got Dead Rising 1 and Dead Rising 2. Whoopee! So Dead Rising 1, Dead Rising 2. I think I played one called Case Zero, something like that, and I really enjoyed it. So I picked up Dead Rising 1, and it's an Xbox exclusive apparently. I didn't know that. And I think it's really funny. They've got like a little tagline here, and it says, "This game was not developed, approved, or licensed by the owners or creators of George A. Romero's Dawn of the Dead," and it's got that at like the bottom right of the game cover. I don't know if my camera's picking it up very well, but if you can see it, like, I thought that was kind of funny. And I really like this game. I put in a few hours into it. Frank West is a flippin' awesome character, such a cool character. And then I'll get stuck into Dead Rising 2. From what I've heard, Chuck Green and Dead Rising 2 is not as good as Part 1, but I will try it out for myself, because I'm all up for slaying those zombies. Never gets old, don't you think? No, 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 no. Okay, second to last on my games pickup is, played this game so many times, Resident Evil 5. Definitely one of the worst Resident Evils made. There's some things I liked about it, but it's enjoyable. Out of all the games I've played, like online time, I've pumped in the most hours into Resident 5. Because Mercenaries was fun, it was challenging. I find the Mercenaries in Resident Evil 6 boring. You know, you had to counter kill everything to build up your time. I thought that was shit. Anyway, I picked it up because a lot of friends that I had on PS Network, I actually met through this game. So this game has a lot of sentimental value to me. Not the best Resident Evil, but I enjoy it because it was fun. And it's got my dear sweet Jill Valentine in there. Okay, final game in my pickups. And this is the one that I've spent a lot of time on. Borderlining 16 hours at the moment. And I got Dead Island, the Game of the Year edition. I'm really late on the bandwagon to pick up and play this. I know Dead Island Riptide's already out, and I'm planning on finishing this before I get onto that. I'm loving this to death, like, serious to God. It's one of my favourite zombie games of recent memory. You know, nothing on Resident Evil, of course, but of recent memory, of current console games, this is definitely one of the best zombie games I've played. I really love the environments. It's set in like the resort. I'm currently up to like the town just outside it. I can't remember the name, I'm sorry. It's a lot of fun, extremely gory. Love it. I love the gore. Side missions a bit of a pain in the ass as well, because it's a RPG Western, obviously, with survival horror aspects to it. So the side missions were terrible. I thought I've done nearly all of them so far, and real menial tasks, like you have to find this woman, I think her name's Anne or Anna, you have to find her teddy bear. Why would a teddy bear benefit you on an island which is just ridden with zombies? I have no idea why she wanted that teddy bear, but I picked up her damn teddy bear for her and I gave it to her. I really like this game, guys. I really, really do. And I pumped in 18 hours almost. I think I'm up to 16 and I'm up to level 20. And I'm using Shan, the Chinese chick. I really want to go in there with. machetes and knives and whatnot, and that's what she specialises in. So I will definitely pick up Riptide after I finish this, because I love it. I love it a lot. Okay, final games on my pickup. It's not really part of the pickup. It's not even like a copy. It's digital format. But I want to share it with you anyway, because I downloaded it as a bundle. And here you go. I got Resident Evil 1. And this took a long time for our country to get. We just got it this month. Like the director's cut. That was United States version, I think. Which really wasn't a good director's cut. And what else did I have? Oh yes, Resident Evil 3 Nemesis, which I'm currently playing now, because I haven't played that in such a long time, and Resident Evil 2. So there you go, so there's 3 digital copies of Resident Evil, because I really love the old school games. I was trying to get back into 5 and 6, a little bit difficult, and I was just like, I really miss the old school Resident Evil games, and I really want to go back. So Resident Evil on the go is the way to go. So that is my pickups for the month of April. I hope you guys enjoyed it. It was mainly a survival horror mix, which was intended because I love that genre to death, obviously. So in my next video, I hope you will join me, because it's going to be an exciting one. It's my thoughts and impressions on The Evil Within, which is the upcoming survival horror game in 2014, which is going to be created by Shinji Mikami, who created the Resident Evil series. And I've got a lot of ideas and opinions about this, so stay tuned, and I'll be back with you in my next video. So I hope you liked this video, and I shall see you later. Bye.